Hey, what's good, Convo Chat Gang? We are at a protest. I just talked with some people. Yeah.
I have the other microphone too.
So, Convo Couch is currently undergoing a Marxist-Leninist revolution, hence why it is only the women of color here.
Let's check the audio. Can you guys hear us?
Yeah. Can you hear us, chat? Can you hear us? I want the Trump supporters to keep following us because I almost semi-convinced one of them to protect me. Okay, yeah, thanks. You can hear us. Perfect. Hey, Holly was good. Yeah.
Hey, so Glory, could you tell us what's been going on these last couple of hours?
Basically, we met up, we marched over to the Trump rally. It was a mix of like screaming matches and yelling, but also like me personally, I was like, some of us were actually engaging in dialogue with them, and it was actually like fairly productive. Like, y'all know me. I always come with my Free Assange shirt and my Free Assange flyers. Like, I was handing these out to people, and they were actually taking them. It was weird, honestly, because they came at us so strong, but then I came in and got them to agree with me on most points. So it ended with me saying, like, listen, we need you to help us fight the national security state. And I think I might have semi-convinced some of them, but
yeah. Interesting this Assange story. I feel like a lot of people don't get it, like on either side.
Oh, is there another Trump guy I'm gonna have to talk to?
I'll hold it. I got it.
The cops are going to protect you too, darling. Don't worry about it. No. It's right, coach. It's right. Hey, go for it. Take that flag away, bro.
Y'all keep sucking the cow's dicks, pussy. Keep sucking the cow's dicks.
Put down the crack pipe, lady.
What is this?
Oh, yeah. So I'm running for president in 2020. I'm a write-in candidate based on the Simpsons prediction that Lisa Simpson wins.
Yeah, I've seen this. Okay. Is this an independent party or is this like...
So I started my own party called the United Human Race Party. So I'm all about unification. I would love to unify with anybody over here on this side. Yeah, I'm omnipartisan, so I'm about love and respect for everyone.
Joe Biden is a racist. If you are anti-racist, you stand against Joe Biden. Joe Biden is a racist. If you are anti-racist, you stand against Joe Biden. If you are anti-racist, you stand against Joe Biden. That's it.
I got every right to put this flag up.
Joe Biden is on tape being racist. Then stand against Joe Biden, sir. If you stand for America, stand against Joe Biden. If you stand for America, stand against Joe Biden. If you stand for America, stand against the evil, racist, pedophile Democrats. The Democrat Party just decriminalized pedophilia in California. It's SB 145. They decriminalized pedophilia in California. You know why? Because Democrats believe that children can give consent. You know why? Because Democrats have been brainwashed by the ideology of postmodernism. And who invented postmodernism? Your daddy, baby. Your daddy, John Paul Sartre and Jean-Louis Foucault, the famous pedophiles who's trying to get the age of consent removed in France. So the French postmodernists who control your brain, who accept pedophilia, control the Democratic Party. And the Democratic Party decriminalize pedophilia on their behalf. So you guys all believe that
I kind of don't mind this guy following us because, like, he was the one that was talking, so I can legitimately convince him to protect me.
Wait, I don't see. We just I agree with him that Biden is a horrible candidate.
It's weird.
This conversation.
No, when we were talking with him away from the crowd, it was me.
You slow down.
Slow the fuck down.
speak. Joe Biden is a racist.
Let's go, move it up!
So here's my take on all of this. I just think, like, I agree with some of the things this guy's saying about Joe Biden. I mean, not all of that's true. The problem is he thinks about socialism. Like, it's completely wrong. All these ideas.
Let's go! Let's go! Don't give a fuck about
Double time.
I just want to note to see who the police protect. I mean, I didn't really see any. I saw people screaming at each other, but the police are protecting these people. They might have a permit. I'm not exactly sure what they're doing, but I'm just trying to. I just think like this is really unproductive, like to yell at each other without on both ends, without understanding what the hell's going on. Yeah, I like that she was talking about Julian Assange. I just. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm press. So, I want these people to have a conversation with each other because when Glory was talking to him about hating the Democrats and Julian Assange, she was absolutely, like, they were absolutely listening to that. The problem is people come back and scream at each other and talk about, hey, fuck Trump, hey, fuck Joe Biden. It's like, fuck them both. Do you guys realize that you guys are fighting each other when you shouldn't be fighting each other for these stupid politicians? I just feel like it's just, this country just doesn't know how to have a conversation, doesn't know how to have nuance. And I get that everybody's angry, but these people shouldn't come attacking them and they shouldn't come attacking them either. Yeah, this mask kind of sucks. Look, if we don't have some sort of dialogue, this is never gonna work. We need to have dialogue with each other. And these people just scream. But I did want to point out the police are definitely protecting them from the protesters, which to me is kind of unnecessary. I'm gonna catch up to I didn't have time, but we are actually in Beverly Hills. We are in Beverly Hills. So just to kind of recap, these protesters went to confront it was last time it was a Proud Boys convention, but it's mainly just Trump supporters that are having their event in Beverly Hills. And they're marching away now. There was a couple of confrontations, but nothing too crazy. My whole point is when Glory was talking to them about Julian Assange, they were listening. And when they were like, screw Democrats, she was like, I hate the Democrats. Because it's not about the party. It's not about Trump or Biden. They both suck. They're both inept. They're both so out of touch. And people shouldn't be fighting over these politicians who don't represent them. Yeah, I mean, Trump has COVID. It's just, what? What's going on?
Man, they're right behind us.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Hey, your ass been arrested too. I'll trust you alone.
Yeah, fascism is, I mean, they're protecting these supporters. Don't miss that. That is something that I'm seeing, like, this is why these people get mad. The cops have obviously taken a side, and they're taking the side of the Trump supporters. Obviously, they're supportive of the police. So, yeah, you know, being a boy has its perks, but being a girl also has its perks. So, yeah. I don't know why we should be proud of being a man or a woman. I don't think that matters. Who cares? It's such a stupid thing to fight about. Humans are just so unevolved.
Everyone to super chat us right now because Fiorella is way too close to that snatch mobile.
I'm pressed. I mean, if they want to talk about it again, you can film the whole thing.
You know,
If the cops do come after me for filming, I want you guys to know, all of you who say that cops are doing their job, I want you to know that their job isn't to assault journalists. And that includes Julian Assange, as well as it includes people here in this country covering these protests. You can't pick and choose when you care about your freedom of speech or your First Amendment. You care about it all, or you don't really care about it, and you just are jumping in a bandwagon. See, I care about it all because I cover both Assange and I cover both. I'm just saying. Some of you are a little hypocritical. Jones is a prime example of that. She's doing all this work for Assange, has been literally handing out flyers for Julian Assange, informing people about it on both ends. She went for the Trump people and gave it to them too. She gave it to the protesters here, and she's marching here. That's how you do it. That's how it's done. Together, not even close, not even that much. See, there they are. We're gonna start to block the march. In my experience, the Beverly Hills police has been a lot calmer, for obvious reasons, because it's Beverly Hills, than the LAPD and the sheriff. The sheriff are the ones that gotta be careful. My whole point is we have more in common with each other, even Trump supporters and the BLM people, than we do with Trump or Biden. And if people would realize that they're being played, manipulated, things would be different.
Hey, they really. But I'm still gonna keep calling it a cut.
There's a full finish line on that chunk.
Voting is the least thing you can do. It really, in this country, our voting system is so fraudulent. Absolutely is. We've documented a lot of it on this channel. We will continue to document it. How 2016, Bernie Sanders got cheated out of the Democratic nomination by Hillary Clinton and the establishment. 2020, same thing. And we're working on a documentary to really talk about all that, because a lot of people are making this a partisan issue when it's not. Voting is important, but what's more important is to realize that you don't live in a democracy. You live in an oligarchy, and voting isn't enough anymore. People have to have direct action. So if whatever side you're on, whatever you think, it's your right to do your First Amendment right, and that's what people are doing. I don't see anything wrong with it. A republic has democracy, so don't give me that. A republic has democracy. We are not a republic. We are the corporate states of America. We are owned by corporations, private entities. The 1% control more wealth than the bottom half of all people. Like, it's insane. And it's numbers. You can't lie.
Oh my God, so, you know what, my cheeks are naturally hot, so we have like 200.
I mean, if some of you guys want to pretend that the problem is immigrants, socialism, all this crap, go ahead, keep pretending that. But obviously the problem is these oligarchs who take money from everybody and get all of you guys to fight amongst each other. You want to lick the boot? Lick the boot. It's not going to make you any richer. More people have been arrested for protesting Breonna Taylor's murders than people have been arrested for actually murdering her. That is a fact. We have been following these protests. That is a fact. This is why people get angry. All it would take is putting some people in jail, firing some people. But none of that's happening. People are protesting in Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is just like the epitome of privilege. Like, it's the epitome of places that if I were conducting if I were them, if I were organizing a protest, I would go and protest outside the wealthy politicians' houses, the wealthy people's houses, because the oligarchs control all our money. They're the ones driving everything. And there's so much opulence and wealth in this city, but you take a few minutes, 10-minute drive, not even, and you're gonna find people sleeping in the streets, people being jailed because they're poor. So, you know what? If it were up to me, Beverly Hills would be the first to go. But that's just my personal opinion, not anybody else's. Bethlehem, nice to see you. I miss you. I haven't seen you. We need to get together. Who's calling me? Oh! There's Tina. She's also independent media covering this situation. shaken. Maybe that's why I haven't quite been assaulted by these cops. But I wouldn't put it past them.
Alright, speed up, guys. Speed up. Speed up.
They say I'm not Johnny, and his little contraption is easy as well for me. But
Speed up, guys.
Acting like it won't smack you up.
it has to be in front of the camera.
Not you guys are Julian Assange supporters. You should know they do this stuff.
100%. Stop, Tina.
Yeah, well, I freaking ran all the way here. Yeah, because your ass don't get out of the house fast enough.
I had to like figure this shit out because Johnny does all the camera stuff, so I was like, shit, where's everything?
Okay, yeah, that doesn't change the fact that you take forever.
Right?
And I know, because Johnny always tells me about it too.
42 minutes to get here, you guys. It's crazy.
Tina.
Did you see the standoff in the Trump area?
Nah, like, this one dude was like really out of steam. He was like, Democrats are on the sides of racist. And I'm like, that's not you, Democrats. And he's like, the one or Jewish left for come out. And I'm like, I'm not a fucking bootlicker.
They're like, we don't like Biden. And they're like, oh, so they all like, oh, great. I'm like, well, like, see,
No, it's great.
They pop up, and they're like, hell no, it's great. It's like, see, you're the one who's busy.
It's great.
Right.
It's great when you hit him with that.
And then these two stupid ass politicians.
Exactly. He's like, right there. I said, no, it's not. They're both fucking racist. And
Why you not running with us?
I do see these guys over here pro-Biden.
Alright, we're going.
For these type of protests, it's just easier to have less equipment. It does, I'm sure.
Shit, I'm willing to be like Michael.
Don't run like this.
Oh, you don't hit him with the Russian guy?
Well, they were fucking trying to negotiate saying they didn't want to keep them safe, asking for the route, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a nice neighborhood. You know what it makes me? You know how that makes me feel?
Just walking
Oh
through
shit!
it,
I was watching.
I just was so disgusted with these people.
No, the best part was when they changed
No. It's like the people are like coming out of their houses with their Joe Biden signs, like,
I know,
yeah, guys, you get him, and we're like, eat the rich.
Sharpen your knives.
Razor Brigade! I'm so excited to watch Reverend Annie Chambers again on Steve's show next Sunday.
Yeah.
I love that woman. This is a lovely neighborhood.
It is.
It's making me hungry. All this walking is making me hungry for the
I
rich.
was like literally sweating.
Bro, they were in the flyer was like come in black. I'm like, I'll come in mostly black, but it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were all wearing black.
Yeah, because so cute. Her and Pasta both. They never read my messages, man.
I read your messages.
Only person I can rely on is Johnny.
I read your messages. These are the houses that will go down. Everybody eats them. They're gonna become apartments. Just like in Russia. Let's scare them.
Yeah.
God, Venezuela. Oh my God.
Stop.
That's right. Maduro was a chump. He was a chump.
Saca la guillotina!
Actually, we were really discussing going over there to interview some people. So we're
In
gonna
Venezuela?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all be open.
We gotta be.
Hey, everybody super chat Convo Couch so they can go to
Yeah, we
Venezuela.
want to go to Venezuela. We want to talk to the leadership.
And what's your PayPal too?
Glory Jones here.
Y'all gotta stop dodging the PayPal because the moment you get one, I'm gonna be on
got
it.
it.
Yeah, what is it?
It's the Convo Couch.
The Convo Couch?
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Because I don't even use PayPal that much. I only use it to freaking super chat Richard Medhurst. So shout out Richie.
Shout out to Dick, Big Dick.
Oh my God.
That's
Y'all
the
so
fastest
annoying.
nickname for him, Big Dick Medhurst.
Yeah, you can call him that, but I'm not extra. Well, I am, but not in the same way Pasta is.
Ray, I've been drinking this water for 2 hours. It's not
Eat
vanquishing.
the rich! Eat the rich! Eat the rich! Say it with me, Thee! Give him one. Hey, give him one for good measure.
Romantic hair, you know,
Eat
not a
the
lot
rich!
of
Eat the rich!
They got shot in one. No. I took it off the cup of you. It's in my hand. It's in my hand. Hey, you know where I gotta go?
Hey, moderators, please do your jobs if you can. Because there's a lot of trolling in this chat.
Yeah, mod. I'm sorry, I can't be modded right now, so y'all gotta pick up some slack.
Black Lives Matter! Sitting up here from my throne, I look upon the peasants.
Hasta siempre!
I look upon the peasants. Law and Order. Ah, great show. I know people just say that. Like, the law is made by people who are flawed, and it has not been lawful in the longest time. When the law is unlawful,
I'm so
change it.
scared. It's the elite.
Fight, bitch!
Hey, what is he doing?
Yeah, thank you.
What? Where is it?
You hear what they're saying?
I'm sure they have more jobs
Still
than you.
fuck Biden! Still fuck Biden! Hey, chat, I know you heard that one, so I started yelling it.
Nah, it's thanks to Joe Biden and the Democratic Party and how awful they've been. It has nothing to do with the voters and the protesters, and none of these people, the vast majority of these people voted for Bernie Sanders, so.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, after 7 hours in line, waiting.
And somewhere in there is a lone Tulsi supporter. A Tulsi,
Yeah,
if
a
you will.
Tulsa. Hey, Tulsi supporters, if you're there, I salute you.
We reppin'. We reppin', I
I've
promise.
been defending Tulsi for... I don't know how far we're going. I think we're going back to where they started, which is, what was it, Beverly and...
No, Roxbury and Olympic.
It was the park, like Roxbury Park. No, we're in Beverly Hills. We're just gonna go up to Roxbury
When the
Park.
police came here in the front,
They lied!
They said they were trying to do their job. They still sucked us today. Even though they actually said they're trying, they didn't try for shit. I didn't see shit trying.
I think Glory Jones could educate people so there could be a CNN protest, right, Glory Jones? What? We should have a CNN protest is what they're saying. Yeah, but people don't know why they'd have to protest CNN, but they should. CNN isn't covering this, are they? No. And if they do...
The Convo Couches, that's why you gotta super chat them.
All right. Here we are. By the way, Glory Jones let everybody know that Vladimir Putin is my boyfriend. So
What?
you said Vladimir is my boyfriend. You let everybody know.
Oh yeah.
Lasta, why are you super chatting the couch? Like, I don't. What the hell? No, we left them. The Proud Boys and the Trump supporters were back there in the very beginning. I'll edit the title later. This is a park, so.
Welcome!
They fucking attacked my best friend, who's a black trans woman. They attacked fucking independent press and fear maced the fuck out of them. Today, we went up to them and we were not scared and we stood our ground and they fucking ran away and they fucking got arrested. Not us. This is fucking beautiful, y'all. I am so fucking proud of everyone. And I'm so happy that we were able to have a decentralized protest. With many voices, this shows you do not need a single leader. You need everyone to be their own leader. Fuck yeah. And thank y'all for doing the fucking anti-fascist chant. I've been wanting to get that one going for so long. Who shut shit down? We shut shit down. Who shut shit down? We shut shit down. Who shut shit down? We shut shit down. Fuck y'all we do. I love y'all. Stay fucking safe. Woo! The one that's streaming. Yeah, Chloe, I saw you. I'm gonna put that.
Nobody leaves here alone.
Yes!
Repeat that, please.
People over here!
Here alone.
Find the body.
A lot of people are followed by police or Proud Boys or etc. So that's why they're saying that. And we've seen people get their tires slashed,
We're probably immune by now.
Get up
etc.
today.
Every day.
Y'all are gonna sleep in your own fucking bed tonight.
It's the same group, like, it's wearing like 100. I swear I've seen you at least 80 times.
Got work?
Free Assange, free Assange, free Assange, free Assange.
80 times? Oh, that's Cousin Cookie. You know, all black people got Auntie Peach, right? All black people got Auntie Peach. I don't think I got an auntie. I think my cousin. Yeah. Every black guy I know has an Uncle Cricket. That's the one.
Alright guys, I'm gonna sign off.
I have Uncle Cricket. I don't know why.
Thanks for tuning in.
That might be a West Coast thing because like that's what like Louisiana. Midwest like
Free Julian Assange. You know, I'm always here.
What happened, Glory Jones, to the Assange supporters? Are they being attacked just before we go?
Basically, well, aside from me, I've already been attacked, but aside from me, a group of Free Assange supporters in London were holding a vigil in London. You can go to Richard Medhurst. He has like pictures of it, and they were met with about 50 cops that were like harassing a couple of them. And then once they started reading out the list of U.S. war crimes exposed by WikiLeaks, the police essentially dispersed them, bull rushed them, and I think even one of them was arrested. For more on that story, go to Slow News Day and Richard Medhurst because they were the ones tweeting about it. So.
Update. We will have Steve Poikonen and maybe a couple other people on our stream next Tuesday at some point. So I will keep you guys posted. We're going to have an Assange update. So from Fiorella and the Couch and Glory Jones, Convo out.
After 11 hours, it's a 7-grader for a year.
You turned 13 right after you turned 11.
It was just like a gap year. Y'all know how we take gap years from college? I took a gap year for my age.